I can't keep my. But I've been here before. I'm so fucking. I'm so confused right now. Because you knew exactly what I was gonna do here as soon as I went live here. That's not gonna be no. What the fuck? This is not real. I wanna believe this is real. I need this I need this to be real for me, but this is not real. This can't be real. That cannot be real. That cannot be real. I have questions that I know I'm not going to get answers to for another 3 years. I have concerns. What the fuck is a build mode? I'm assuming it's because it's probably part of the form change or something. They gave Sora shoes. They gave Sora regular ass shoes. He don't got banana boat shoes no more. He don't got like the banana ass feet no more. He's actually in some like, he in some high top Chucks style type of shoe. So he actually looked like he looked like he actually goes to school in Persona. Like that's the vibe I'm getting just off of this screenshot, because that's not his like traditional get up and clothes. Like he actually looked like an actual person instead of a cartoon character. I mean, I want to address the Mickey screenshot as well too, because Mickey's in there right there climbing some shit. He only got one button, that's tack. Why does this look like that's a spaceship? Like I'm so confused that you would just post something no context. Like that's what I need to figure out here. Like you why would you just post something no context? Like I legit and honestly have questions and concerns, and I don't know where to start. You know, I don't know where to start. Because this should have came out a long time ago. This should have came out a while ago. That's just me. I don't think that like we just throw out a random screenshot. I mean, I saw it at 9 something Eastern Standard Time. So like I screamed. I made a noise that I didn't think I could make as a human being because I screamed and threw my phone. I literally threw my phone on my desk. I was like, that's not real. And the reason why I feel that way is because I felt that same way as well too when when um when they posted whatever bullshit. I made a mistake. We're playing some Expedition 33. Oh, game also scares the shit out of me. I need to find something that will be same skin. Hang on a second. I would get a prompt if I could zip up there, right? The flag. So I walked in here, ran into that thing. That's the tough Bergen. And I walked down there. So I'll be back to this. I shouldn't be here, by the way. That's why I'm a little confused on where am I at. Okay. This game is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It is inspired by the likes of Final Fantasy, Persona. It is an original IP, so that's one thing that I want to state here. It's an original IP that it seems like everybody's playing right now. It's probably something right there. How the hell do I get? Hang on. I'm going the right way. I do want to fight that though. Come back around and fight those things. Oh, there you go. Everything in this game can kill you. Yo, Mo, what the fuck, bro? Hang on a second. Hang on. I'll parry that real quick. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck, yo? Like, that's not a real image. That can't be a real image. That can't be a real image. Hey, I'm dropping frames somewhere and I don't know where and how or why. Like, Thora looks like an actual person. And the King Mickey shit. Hang on a second. We're gonna go back. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Oh. Like, that's not real. That's not real. That is not real. This is not real. What the fuck is build mode? What is build mode? What it is? What it is? I don't know where I'm dropping frames at. It says I'm dropping right. Like I literally threw my phone. I screamed. I screamed. And it's funny because I love Trousers comment in Discord, in Bina's Discord, like 2 hours ago, and then like not even 2 hours later they posted the tweet. Like there's no no dying here. No way this is fucking real. Absolutely no fucking way this is real. I'm mad as shit. We're doing part. Wait, there's a video? There's a video? I'll have to wait till we see a video. I mean, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit if there's a video. I just fell in the grass. Nope, that's not what I'm doing. I need to go. Also, spoiler alert, Mo. I'm not sure if how much of you this game you've seen. I just don't want to spoil. I'm still in Act 1, so. But just spoiler alert. I think that's where I need to be. Oh, it's gonna come at the end of this week. It has to come at the end of this fucking week. Sora looks like an actual person. Hang on. Like, I want to point this out. Let me go back. I want to point out that like they gave Sora shoes, like actual shoes. Like he don't got the big ass banana feet anymore. Like they definitely hooked him up with some Chuck Taylors, some high top Chuck Taylors. I don't know why I'm dropping. It says I'm dropping praise, but not like they really hooked him up. He looks amazing. I don't know why we just threw in there a screenshot of a phone. I think they just did that just to do that. Maybe there's some correlation between the two, like the Matrix. Like maybe that phone will come back as importance. I need to know what this is. Why is Mickey in a fight in the library? That's what I want to know. Like Sora looks like he's about to go into space, like he's about to get abducted. I don't know what this shit is. That looks like a spaceship. Going through the list of shit. Yeah, he's in the vault. He's in the Disney vaults. He crossed the plane. Time out. He crossed the plane into the real world, and now he's in some fucking vault at Disney World or Disney whatever in California, and he's going through all the properties that he owns. You are right in that. What the fuck is that? I didn't want to focus on the enemies because I know that like that shit's gonna change. Like these, like I don't know what this is. Because there's no like clear definition of them, except for that thing. That thing has wings. Imagine the dark side, they can fly. That actually was scared the shit out of me, by the way. Again, I also feel like this form is gonna change, but I kind of need to know what the build mode is, unless it's like form specific, or unless like he just crashed the plane in a Fortnite and he's just gonna start building some shit because he's in Fortnite now. I don't know, but like, why would you give him a build? Like, you know, like Cynical and HM Killer are gonna fucking dissect this, like we all are, trying to piece together how any of this shit makes sense. Any of it. Sorry, I got something in the background eating something up here. Hang on a second. Exit that real quick. Exit that real quick. Exit Firefox real quick. Go back to my regularly scheduled program. I don't know. I'm mad, but also like I'm more mad, bro. He did that. The Nomura did that shit on a fucking Wednesday. I know it's like Thursday across the world here. Motherfucker did that on a random ass Thursday at like 8-9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't think you have a weak spot. I killed you, sure. Ice. Oh shit. Okay, I tried to dodge that. Calm down. Calm down. We're already panicking as it is. Calm down. I'm more mad than I am calm. Oh my god. You should probably die after this, right? Yep. Okay, you're dead. Wait. Parries are such a fucking hard thing in this game to do. And I can't remember what difficulty I'm playing on, but I am playing on one of the, I think I'm playing on like story mode, so I shouldn't have any issues. This fool tripping. I'm tripping. I'm always tripping, sir. What is up? Okay, yo, are you free this Friday and Saturday? Which would be Friday and or Saturday. I need to figure that out. Yo, Anya, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello there. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I gotta give.
That's a lot of red trees.
All the people.
They must have some sort of track or trail leading to the village.
No, I was asking Meek. I was asking Meeks.
Be careful.
Meek. Yeah, I'll message you here, Meek. I'll message you here. Anya, how I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How is your night? How's everything going? That is, if you guys are not following any of the homies here, I'll give you a shout out as what you, because I've been lurking in the stream, and you're a pretty cracked ass fucking Apex player compared to my garbage ass. Look at baby Mo. Look at baby Mo. Baby Fro Mo. A bit. Like baby Fro Mo. And then Anya, hang on. I'm slow walking. Okay, also I'm not sure on like clip wise. Listen, you're better than me at Apex. What the hell? Why do I have two? Eh, Nani? There you go. Let it, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You're better than me. I mean, I'm normally like I fuck around with Smog. Like Smog is the homie. Don't get me wrong. But like, I've made it a point of emphasis not to play Apex a lot because I like marbles. Okay, fuck this controller. Hang on, I gotta switch controller. Hold on. Okay, real quick. You'll still probably be better than me. Trust me on that one. This new season made me want to uninstall, but also I'm also, if I uninstall, that's like the lame way out. So I've been like doing shooting range a lot and been playing pubs just to kind of get better, get my aim work. I don't know what you are. Am I supposed to catch you? Nigga, what the fuck? Hang on. What are you doing? You're trying to kill me. What? Oh no. Yeah, I have an Xbox. Meek, I have everything. I'm on everything. I got PlayStation, Xbox. I think you weren't here from like my broke person rant. I said I had a famous rant or infamous rant where I call people broke. Why? Why not? I'm gonna snooze this app. So I used to play Apex on PC. I prefer it on PC. I don't stream it on PC. I stream it on the Xbox. Also, Meek, you have to understand, you have to remember, hi MJ, you gotta remember that like I was a console streamer before anything. Like, oh yeah, it's so much faster pace, and it's more mid to long range than it is. Like, I feel like when you play on console, everything's up front. With PC, you have to be able to beam somebody like 50 meters out with an R301. Like I've done that before in PC, and that's because the like fucking aimbot's crazy. But it's more long range. If you're in the right servers, in the right games, it does become a poke fest here. So but the problem is I take that mentality to console and I always get shit on because I'm like, yeah, this is not how I'm supposed to play. I'm supposed to be in your face. Ooh, I'm M and K on Marvel Rivals, and I'm happy. I'm so happy I'm M and K on Rivals. Ooh. That thing is gonna kill me. Maybe not. I don't know yet. Oh, really?
Ready to evade.
Oh shit. Tank will flee in 3 turns. Okay. I gotta kill this thing quick. Yeah, oh. Nice parry. Flee in 2 turns. Okay.
Time to hit big.
This was weak.
That my skill? That should have been my skill. Yeah. Yeah, God. I've tried giving COD so many chances, and I've given up. I'll only play COD with Dark Sub-Zero. Like Dark Sub-Zero is the only person that can get me to play COD. And I only play like containment and shit like that. I don't play anything like team deathmatch or anything like that. I just love containment. I love that it's just small and you just run into each other and the hell you stepping on. Also, don't fool you. This game is pretty. Everything in this game can kill you. I don't like this game. I love this game, but like everything in this game kills me. I maybe played Warzone like once and was like, this is not for me. Like I'm giving my energy to another BR. There's a whole what? There's a whole ass person standing there. You see, this is a whole ass person standing there, right? You dead or alive? Oh wow. Okay, another expedition. Dream and illusion. This game is freaky as shit, by the way. Definitely would recommend if you like original stories and original IPs and all that shit. Definitely, I would definitely recommend picking this game up there. I mean, again, it gives off Persona vibes, Final Fantasy vibes as far as like combat action, but like, I mean, it's inspired by like that type of system. But God, technically not a whole ass person. I mean, he is a person. Was a person. I really don't remember. What did I do? What I did all this what I did all of this for? I miss laughing with everyone. What are their names? Why? Why I do forget. Everything is washed away. The boy goes sad. Okay, so definitely to kind of like set the premise here, like there's this entity, your antagonist. You reside in like a post-apocalyptic dystopian version of France. It's hella French. I just want to state that for the record here. So if you have any French bias, you better kick that shit out the door now. It's hella French, as you can tell from like the wardrobe and the themes and the names, but it takes place in this kind of like post-apocalyptic France. There's this entity called the Paintress that is like the end all be all that causes all this destruction and all this pain. So the premise is every year there's this purge that happens for a specific age group. So everyone's very aware of this antagonist, the Paintress, because she looms over the region if you look across the sea. So there's this countdown that starts counting down specific people in that specific age group. So the countdown started at 100, and right now we're sitting at 33. So for each year that it counts down, every people that fit into that group of age basically turned into like they're dead. And it's very ominous. It's not like a drop dead type of like you're in the middle of the street and then like you drop dead. You know that eerie feeling? If anyone like ever watched like Infinity Wars for like Avengers, you know how eerie that feeling was like after Thanos snapped? Like it's that feeling, but it's every year. So like if you're not of that age group, you obviously have to live on and carry on and pick up the pieces. But there's also people that gathered up to cross the sea to fight this entity to maybe put an end to whatever the Paintress is doing, but it's failed year after year after year. So you're not set up in a way. It sets up the fear for you. It sets up like your like this helplessness early on, and I still feel that way now, because even like when you embarked on the adventure, because now we're on expedition 33, now that we've made it to where we need to go to kind of figure out what the hell's happening, getting on the island itself was like just like, not spoiling anything, but like it was a clusterfuck. So definitely, you know, if you have Game Pass Ultimate on PC, definitely would recommend picking it up. It is not a faint for heart.
Wow.
That's a lot of dead Nevrons.
That is a lot of dead.
I don't see
I
any.
think they mean us.
They must be gestrels. They're cute, but they're idiots.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Hey, we're not Nevrons!
Okay, now I gotta fight this thing. Damn. I think I'm the armor. Okay, I'm not gonna waste a point. Icelands.
Well, look out!
Oh shit! I fucked up that combo. I was doing so well. I thought it was 4. I thought it was 3 hits. Dead. Oh, you son of a bitch. I could have dodged that. You son of a bitch. Just like kerplunk. Oh, that also makes sense. Kerplunk.
Don't worry, we don't want to hurt you, Patat. Noko sent us.
Capatate o noko te que pate? Oh, hati no kol que parca de besa capatate.
If you guide us to your village,
Lero maricor. Okay, deal. Pero que de mi bosa capatat. Ni sugama bi ve virageo.
I'm not
Guide us
giving
to your
Marm.
village, and maybe he'll make you something better.
Wait, what are you?
Cheri saka kipo?
Trust me, I hate liars.
Did you?
Okay, deal. Gama vive. Leko gami saka pata. I gomi haro putu.
You're better with gestural than humans.
They're less complicated.
Whose weapon is it? 100 and I'm gonna learn augmented aim. Sweet. Is goated. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Learn skills. No, I need to figure this out. Yeah, hang on. There we go. I know you needed sweet upgrade. Oop, oop, oop. Upgraded a little stat so that way we make sure that it's good there. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop. We're doing luck and might. Health, I'm not sure. Because there's gonna be shit here that kicks my ass. I just want to be ready for it. And rest. Sweet. And this world is amazing. This map is amazing. I just want to state that for the record. Like everything, like I guess I just hate the fact that because you get so enamored by everything that is here. Oh, what's this over here? Let's fight this one. And like you never know what you're gonna run into. Wait, I was saying about to stab me. Don't stab me.
let the ink flow.
That's awesome. That's dope. Who's your guys' opener? I've not checked the Dolphins, so I don't know.
Finesse and grace.
I tried dodging that. Like I literally hit circle, bro. That's crazy. How you guys get away with that shit? Oh, the big thing in the corner. Did you guys beat the Lions? No, who the Lions lose to in the playoffs? I can't remember. Was it the Packers? I feel like it was the Packers.
These things are fascinating.
How do they even stand?
I saw the thing over here. It better not fucking jump scare me or I'm fucking uninstalling. Yeah, I hear you behind me. Yeah, I'm gonna say, don't jump scare me. Shit, they probably got me first. This shit.
A storm is coming.
I'm ready. Please survive.
Oh, I can't see that. Oh, the commanders. Okay, I'm gonna get that down right at some point. I'll go around and get that.
Nice.
He's running into shit, breaking shit. Do I have to run and parkour some shit, or do I have this like navigate? Because I wanted to catch 2 home games last year, but there wasn't. Well, it is what it is, right? Shoot this, should I shoot this? Not sure what I'm supposed to do with that, but sure. Go this way.
Ugh, this place is confusing.
They built it to make their village harder to find.
I feel like these things are gonna jump scare me. Also the same time. Hey, buddy. Yeah, man. Nobody wants to catch 2 home. I mean, I'm happy that you had a good time here. When are you planning another trip back? Are you gonna hold off like another maybe year or so? I mean, 'cause I know you're going to Paris for Clash. Yeah, or you're going to France for a Clash.
I'm ready.
Get ready.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Ready to evade.
Okay, so it's dodge, parry, dodge, or
Brace yourselves.
there we go, perfect. You just not. Just your birthday tip. No, I understand, bro. Treat yourself, sir.
Gustav, don't die.
Oh. Shield. Oh, mother Pfeiffer. Ooh, that bitch. Okay, that I like this guy. I tried blocking it. I really did. Like I just spammed that dodge because I was trying not to get flattened here. But I mean, ain't nothing wrong with flying business though. I'm assuming you got boarded on first, correct? So what's the issue, homie? Oh, nothing. I know there is a over here somewhere. Yes, it is. Oh. Okay, and okay, homie, treat yourself. Treat yourself, fool. Oh, okay, that's dope. Oh, I already fought that thing, but now I can do the zippity doo ha here. Perfect. Perfect. That's actually, I like that. Bro, okay, you ain't got no kids. You ain't got no girlfriend or wife or boyfriend or husband. Depend, whatever your preference is. Like, it's just you, homie. It's just you, Oos. Unless you do got A, B, or C, or in a polyamorous relationship, and again, I respect that as well too. But like, bro, what financial obligations you got unless you paying up the wazoo for your bills? Hello? How we just go to Letterbox?
They sound like kids.
We must be getting close to the village.
That was a one-time. I mean, it's okay if that was a one-time thing, sir.
Kinda looks the same as all the others.
Okay, this guy.
Don't get cocky, Maya. Look at its equipment. That looks a lot more dangerous than the others. No, seriously.
Also, I did want to say that is Charlie Cox as the voice, but Gustav looks so much like Robert Pattinson. I forgot to jump. I can't hit that weak spot.
Romance flowing.
Okay, I dodged. Okay, that should be dodge instead of What? I swear I hit circle though. Oh shit. Yeah, that hurts. That was cool. Yeah. Very awkward timing. I don't have my. Oh. Okay, I appreciate the lurk here, Anya. I appreciate you stopping in here. Appreciate it.
Rune, watch out.
Jump. Jump. I appreciate the lurk here. I hit that. I swear I hit that button. I need to get him off his fucking shield. Jesus Christ. How are you late if it's a group dodge? So confused by that.
For those who come after.
There we go. The soundtrack is amazing. I'm gonna stick that for the record.
Let the ink flow. Take cover.
I don't want to take no chances. Oh shit. Good prompt. Good prompt. Bro, if I had time, I would have booked my trip right now. I just found round trips that was one-way layover. Ooh. Bro, what? In this market? And in this market, you found tickets like that in this market? Hello? That's American, right? That's not the oh, that's not Danish.
Chef.
I also found I was looking at tickets for St. Thomas because I want to go to the Virgin Islands, and I found a round trip. Okay, I found a round trip for like one person. If I'm taking a trip to St. Thomas, it's gonna be me. But I found a ticket. Things like 450 with taxes and everything, US, for a round trip to St. Thomas.
Nice.
Which I think it might be like one layover, so I'd be in like Miami for like 2 hours, which would give me like the perfect amount of time to like chill, eat some food, and then catch the next flight. But I would have to fucking fly into Miami International, which I'm not a fan of, which I don't want to fly into. But it is what it is. Where are we going? We just breeze through that. There's something over here I can kill. Maybe. I thought I saw it. Maybe not. Maybe we should set up a camp here. Let's set up a camp. Set up a camp. I didn't want to be on too long. I wanted to yell about the whole Kingdom Hearts thing. Let's do this. I was like, who the hell got attribute point? I never set those. I'm an idiot. Yeah, but I also I have to like talk to my wife about wanting to take a trip to St. Thomas or the Virgin Islands, because I don't know if I'd be able. Not that I wouldn't be able to fork it, but I couldn't be able to fork a solo trip to St. Thomas. Tell you that much. My wife would be like, hell no. Like why do you want to go to St. Thomas by yourself? Because I don't want to be here right now. So my reason. The business on the way, but also. So here's my thing. The problem with layovers is that like anytime that I've flown, I've always ended up in like Jersey or Charlotte. Or like when we flew to Florida for the kids, what the hell is this? What's in here? Who is you? But also, I'm kind of afraid to fly on an airline right now. Have you seen the state of things right now? And I mean, at least, yeah, I know you don't pay attention to like US news, but like motherfucking planes are just dropping out the fucking sky. That's not me, bro. I can't have that juju on me here. Yeah, curator. Expedition. I'm so confused by the limit point. Avoid. Bro, I'm gonna have to avoid every plane that's there. I think I'm just gonna reluctantly just chill. That's also why I was also like considering the trip to St. Thomas. It's over here. Ooh, okay. Ooh, hey.
Mi dagoro rito teso kima bano. Kima! Kure kawawila fosu rito. Kawa amina nina keso. Oi.
Okay.
Niso mo mi bumbo tiro lake. Taro mo tasusu bakoroto. Niso mo mi bumbo tiro lake. Kipotu lakima. Taro mo tasusu bakoroto. Mi dagoro rito teso. Yeah.
9 gestures. Okay. So that's cool that it rewards you for finding those gestures. That's pretty cool. Like, there's a warm side to this game. I hate Atlanta, so I just need to state that for the record. I hate Atlanta.
Told you gestrels were real.
You did not.
Well, I thought it.
How did the Gestrels survive out here?
I'm not sure.
I can't wait to ask them. Gestrels.
I love Lune. Like, Lune's pretty fucking cool so far. First, time out. You were in Atlanta airport. That's different. Saying you're in an airport in a town doesn't really technically mean you were in the city. You were just in the airport. The problem is you say that, and then when you actually go into Atlanta and actually have to commute where you have to go, you're gonna fucking hate it, because it literally takes you an hour to go north fucking 5 miles. I'm writing in the journal.
For those who come after.
Still writing in that damn journal. It's back. I remember objective. Go away across the sea. Go sit. And then we'll pause it here. I'll probably play more of this. I didn't want to play too much of this. Hang on. I've been trying not to play this on stream for my own personal reasons. Not because I don't think it's streamable. I don't think it's that it's not streamable. Like, everyone's been playing it right now, and I'll probably play more of it. I just need to start getting some traction on it, because I know my coworker, my buddy, who's been in here, Mr. John, he's some decent ways ahead of me here. So I'm all the US4. So the problem is Atlanta's a hub for everything. It's one of the few hub airports, so you can hear some bad stories about Atlanta airport, but at the same token, it's like it's not make or break. Leaving Atlanta is different. Going outside, interacting with shit outside of Atlanta, like, That's how you can fuck around and end up getting yourself shot or killed or both. Or both. You never know. It's Atlanta. But also, yeah, I'm trying to set up Friday. I'm trying to set up Friday night meek, probably after work, so maybe like 9:30, 10ish after I close. If you're free Friday, if not, I still want to do the Raw. I need to do the Raw live, and then I wanted to do the live SmackDown back to back, so that way I can start recording content and getting that pushed out. I did tweak the roadmap. The roadmap has now changed because we aren't doing a May pay-per-view. Well, guess what? I know your feud with Kevin Owens really did not end with you guys having a fight, so just announced, ding ding ding, for our live Raw show. It'll be Martin the Mouth going up against Kevin Owens in our first ever underground match that we're having. So that'll be our season premiere show, Raw. Also, you will Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be challenging for the United Kingdom Championship, since him and Ludwig failed to capture the tag titles on 2 occasions. So he's going to probably go after singles gold again. And again, we've been on hiatus for almost a month now, so everybody's lingering injuries, everyone should be healed up at this point. There should be nobody that should have any type of injury. So Zack Sabre Jr. will challenge for the United Kingdom Championship. We have a rematch for one of our WrestleMania rematches. We have a rematch for the women's world title, so both the AEW women's and the women's world title. So it'd be Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm going at it again. And then obviously we were promoting it for our WrestleMania show, but Seth Rollins won the #1 contendership. He will be challenging Cody Rhodes for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we'll see that in our main event for Raw. And then for our main event for SmackDown, Eddie Guerrero will be facing the current WWE Undisputed Champion, the new Undisputed Champion, in Bray Wyatt. No, that's crazy. That's perfect, but the layover, bro, the layover. You're killing me with the layover, man. Absolutely killing me. But Friday night, Saturday night, that'll be the goal. So I'll probably, if you are free, I'll probably sneak into the Boardroom Discord channel, so that way we can start doing the draft portion, because I showed you that website. So we'll just have to kind of do the we'll have to do the creator wrestlers outside of the draft machine. But I sent you that I think I sent you that Excel file. I can't remember. I posted it, so we have something to work with, and then kind of go there, because you. No, I'm good. Why would I? Why? You are still on me about the podcast here, sir. No Excel. That's crazy. That's crazy that I actually do creative content on my channel here, sir. That's crazy. And it's not even just that, it's because like I actually have to physically sit down and catch up on everything world news, which I have been. It's just that takes more brain cells for me to do versus doing this. Like I ran all this through ChatGPT. So, but I figured you were gonna come in here and say some shit like that about about the podcast again. Sure. It's not that I like you more, Meek. I definitely love Smog more than I love you. I've known him longer. I think I've known him longer, right? No, I'm gonna leave you hanging at the airport like Smog did you, because no notice. First of all, you can't just be like, "Hey, yo, I'm here." Like you just can't do that to a person, sir. You gotta be specific. It's an airport, sir, and it's Atlanta. So that was I will agree with Smog. The last time we talked about it, like that was on you more than anything. That was definitely on you more than anything. So, but also like the problem with me in the podcast, and if you want me to speak openly about it, is that like I'm notating like almost 100 days worth of bullshit when it comes to like the administration. So like that's what I'm trying to wrap my mind around, is filtering through all of this stuff that's happened, all of the stuff that's happening now. Because even if we did a podcast, we still have the Middle East trip right now that we have to talk about, along with what else is going on. We got the Diddy trial going on right now. We're like 3 days into the Diddy trial. Like I wanted to talk about, there was something that talked about that I read about a couple days ago. Actually, I want to talk about it on stream because I thought this shit was funny. About how like syphilis is fucking up Bayer's cognitive thinking. Like that was an actual NPR um conversation that I talked about, that I listened to. And there was another one about what else here. I listened to I listened to a good episode of Civics 101 where they talked about how like the funding worked for NPR as far as like what they're allowed to do. And I appreciated the stance that NPR stood on, which I can stomach NPR a lot more than any other news syndicate, mainly because their focus is on trying to just present the facts as it is and not give you not give you a biased take. So it's not like you're sitting on a panel like CNN, MSNBC, Newsmax, Fox News. You're not, it's not just a group of people presenting the story to you with, like an agenda. That's why I have such a hard time following, like I have a hard time consuming journalistic news, because I understand the ins and outs. So I understand like these stories that are being told in the news cycle, they need to fit with the agenda of the network and the broadcaster and this sponsor, that sponsor. So that's one reason why I didn't want to get into journalism when I was young. It's because I would rather just you give me the straight facts and make me, the person, the consumer, make my decision on how I feel, what I want to make of the information that was given to me. So that's why, like, it's it's easy for me to follow this administration, and same with Biden's administration as well too, by just hearing the facts. Hey, this is going on here. What's, again, like the big topic right now here is what's the legality of him getting, gifted this plane? Yes, that's something that has to be vetted by the powers that be. Can't just be, hey, we're just giving you this because we can. Like, so correction, not all American news is biased. What you see and what you get exposed to is just a minute fraction of what our news cycle is. Because you can get you can tell the same story and tell the same story in 3-4 different faceted ways. And each version of the story, you're gonna get a piece of the truth versus you just getting the truth straight from source, straight from facts, and you determining how you feel about it. Like, that's why I'm never a fan of like buzzworthy stories or articles, because you're like, oh, hey, like you see them all the time. Associated Press, more than 1,000 Starbucks baristas go on strike to protest new dress code. We're talking about dress code. We're talking about dress code. We're not talking about like voters' right, like employees' rights and benefits and compensation. We're bitching about what we're wearing to work. First of all, you're going to go to jail. You're going to go all the way to jail. Okay, here you go. News article. This is by Associated Press. Hey, our wardrobe is black t-shirt, solid black shirt, khakis, black or blue jeans. But black, the green Starbucks vest. Which then the employers, again, this is based off the article from April 15th. The employers are giving them the shirt. So again, we're not like, I don't understand the Starbucks workers union sometimes, because I feel like they always go a step forward and then like they do something to like push them back like 5 more steps. And I get it. And I get being in an environment like that where like your employees don't like you under shit work, management style. And I get that. Like, I understand that. But like, how does y'all bitching about dress code put more money in your pocket? Get you guys the benefits that you need to survive and to have a livelihood, And again, compensation is not fairly just something that, you need to address your employer about it. That's something that you need to take up the chain, doing the grassroots stuff, congressmen, your governor, all the way to your senator here. That's issues that stem from the local branch level, and you work your way up to figure this shit out. So, correction, current Americans don't know how to unionize. UPS Teamsters is such a I only say this because I work for I still am a member of Teamsters to some degree. So at least like with Teamsters, and again, this is all situational here. So for me, I didn't like my Teamsters reps because they were power hungry driven. So it wasn't something where like, and I feel like if you are a union rep on the employer level, like there needs to be a certain way that you carry yourself. Because the UPS I worked at, there were a union rep for the drivers, there was a union rep for the unloaders and loaders. So like the union rep for the drivers, very articulate, knew how to carry himself, wasn't someone that just came to work to get a paycheck, was, you know, someone that put in the work to speak from perspective and say, hey, this is something about this process that I don't like, that we need to work upon. Or hey, because we're going through the stretch during peak or whatever, where like we need the necessary man hours to kind of figure this out. Hey, it's time to kind of open up here and see what we can do budget wise to bring in extra help, seasonal help that way. So like this individual, as far as for the drivers, was able to articulate some of the issues and not get power hungry by it, and not just be like, and not just get by. I just happen to have a rep and a lieutenant rep who just happened to just want to be there, who was just, you know, was collecting a check, and who just happened to be literally the big dog in the room, but really didn't give a shit about y'all. Like I hate, I'm thinking maybe it's just a me thing. Like I just hate lazy people. I hate people who just go about it like, and like use their title as a way to be lazy. And like that was my issue with this specific, you know, our union rep here. So like, but don't get me wrong, like Teamsters took care of me, continues to take care of me to some degree. I still get the literature every year. I pay my union dues, and you know, I like how the process works. I liked how what Teamsters represented before, like back in the 60s and 70s and shit. And like, you know, you're not seeing a collective group of people fuck shit up anymore. Like, and that's what I would love to like see out of like, we have such a we have such a group of leftist individuals that their only goal is to want to like disrupt the system. But like leftist ideology has its roots in conservatism, this modern day version of leftism. So it's not really like how do I word this without like sounding like that guy? So my thing is, if you want to put things in perspective, because right now I find myself in the middle, I would rather trust the word of an older baby boomer Republican. I would say between like ages like 45 to like 54. That's not MAGA associated. I would take their word versus a young leftist age group 20 to 25, 26. You know? So I you know, Smog touched on it in our first podcast episode, but I feel like, you know, there's a lot of finger pointing on the leftists. There's a lot of, hey, you know, things are being said in echo chambers by individuals that have clout. And you're not speaking for the masses, and you only speak for your agenda. And you're willing to go at specific ethnic groups of people to prove your point, just for the fact that you want to, for you to say that you're right, which is very like, again, I feel like it's so similar to like what conservative Republican was to some degree, maybe like 10 years ago, like the line has shifted. Like the line continues to shift to the left, to the right, that is. So what was traditionally your liberal leftist ideals has now shifted into like some of your moderate, like conservatism, conservatism. Um, and I feel like there's no like healthy middle because, I mean, to some degree, like for me, like I am not for, and I'm going over time here. I'll probably go a couple more minutes. I'm not for extremist ideas on both sides, left or right. Like extremists, like, hey, shit's fucked up, system's fucked up here. I'm gonna go burn down the Target. Or hey, like, I hate a specific, ethnic group, so I'm gonna walk into a church and slay 9 people. Like that's the extremist behavior that I don't care for, that doesn't go anywhere, that causes an actual divide amongst the people. And that's 2 examples on both left and right. We got upset with with this, the police violence, the gun violence amongst, black people, black males, black females. That, yes, our way of lashing out was to destroy, a U.S. city here, destroy property in a U.S. city, which, on the right side, you had someone believing that, hey, like there's a specific ethnic group because I'm in these weird echo chambers that promote white pride and, are telling me that like my race is phasing out, thinning out, or the last or whatever. So I need to do what I need to do to preserve my race. So I befriend 9 black people in a church, in a place of peace, and decide I'm going to kill them in cold blood. Based off of, some alt-right extremist ideology that, hey, like I am a dying race. And maybe that person, I'm not going to say his name. I refuse to say his name. I will never say his name. That's just me. Maybe his trigger was based in some type of scientific truth. Yes, the science is that, like, we are separating ourselves in this country from it just being primarily or dominantly Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon, white, and you're starting to see that number dwindle down. Yeah, the premise may have come out of truth, but the actions don't represent how we talk about population control, and how we talk, having a conversation of why the mortality rate and the birth rate is changing. Because why would I want to have a kid in this economy? Why would I want to have a kid in this, and again, and the world's fucked up. And kudos to anyone that does have their life together and are able to want to have a kid. That's kudos to you guys. Like, that's my thing. There's some people right now that are financially set or morally set, or they're set in their ideology, that they feel comfortable enough to want to bear a child and be able to deal with that. And there's some people who aren't. There's a majority of people who aren't. Yeah, and that's the left. That's the extreme leftist ideology. It's I'm right, or like fuck you. Or like Smog said it in the podcast. Hey, you're, if you don't agree with me, like the common term is you get called a Nazi. You get called a Nazi. So, but that's all things that, like, again, when I'm like this side of me takes energy. This side of me takes I'm very mindful of what I say and how I say and how I portray myself. It's not because I'm trying to work on my image. Like, you guys know who and what I'm about. At the end of the day, I preached that since day one. But I feel like with having a public forum, for me, it's my responsibility to make sure that I'm not just recklessly speaking for for buzzworth clips. Like, I want to have an actual conversation with people. Like, I want to have an actual educated conversation about what is being said in these echo chambers that make these people feel the way that they feel. And that part is what too. That part is what too. Like, I've come across so many people that again that are rooted in different ideologies because of their perspective on life, but it never makes me think any differently of them. But for me, like, I always pick up a nugget from people to kind of help sharpen myself, to open up myself to something that I may not be familiar with. And that's the only way that we get better. Like, that's like there's too many forums out there where we can just shit on people just because, hey, like, oh my gosh, like, their nails are painted black, or hey, like, for me, like, I guess a perfect example, because I am ever evolving, is my stance on the LGBTQ. I have so many people that I dyingly care about that identify in that group. So for me, I have to broaden my scope and understanding of kind of the ins and outs of that, but also um, the turmoil that they may face. As as being a father of biracial kids, and then also raising Caucasian kids as well too, there needs to be some sort of sensitivity when it comes to racial divides and racial issues and things that are just not cool. Like, regardless if our families is not the status quo, there are just some things that should not be talked about, should not be mentioned. There should be imageries that should not grace this household. Like, I'm a firm believer. I tell my kids all the time, there's two things that I'm gonna stand on business for. I'm not here for the bigotry. I'm not here for any xenophobes here. And I mean that in the most endearing way. I don't want to ever hear my kids say any like malicious racist shit to anyone in this home. And I don't ever want to hear them say any xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic shit in this home. Bar none. Period. Like, at all. At all. And I've dug into both my 10-year-old and my 15-year-old now. Yeah, 15-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old about that, because my wife was like, because like my stepson identifies as bisexual, my daughter identifies as lesbian at 10, whatever. Hey, do you, baby? Like, do y'all kids, like, whatever. Like, if this is who you present yourself as to me, I'm gonna love you either way. But like, don't be an asshole to each other. I believe so. Yes, I think xenophobe is no word for racist. Yes. So, but and here's my thing, and I mean it, like, there's no like maliciousness. But for me, like, I'm always gonna be like, I'm always like, we should also joke about things as well too, openly. Like, that's one thing that, like, I'm also gonna be big about. Like, I get my jokes don't come from a place of malice, but also, like, there's some things that I'm gonna question and I'm gonna laugh at, and I'm gonna ideologically like from an ideology standpoint, I'm gonna break this shit down and I'm gonna laugh at it. Okay. So my wife told me, I'm gonna end with this. My wife told me a story that she saw about a couple. So both couples, male and female, born cisgender, male and female, transitioned to the opposite sex, met each other, fell in love with each other, and now they're in a relationship. So in my eyes, and maybe because I was being stupid, I was like, so we just did extra steps to be in a platonic straight relationship. Granted, it's not viewed that way in their realm and scope of things, but in my brain, I was like, okay, if you identify, yeah, I think it's because it's starting to get late. If one person is identifying themselves as trans male, one is identifying as trans female,